in the Acer TeamStory Cup. Spawning in the bottom right position of the map, that is Bel'Shir Vestige. We have this this red Terran player. I believe the only other Terran player available right now for Quantic is going to be Center. He's on a barcode, and the admins did not tell us, so I'm assuming this is Center. And spawning in the top left position as the blue Protoss player coming in from TeamLiquid, it is HerO, who has just won the last 2 games. Doing quite well for himself so far here in the Acer TeamStory Cup today. Which is weird because as from all the Liquid matches I've casted, I actually haven't seen a ton of, well, I haven't really seen a ton of HerO, to be honest. So, Center, of course, likes to play macro style. But you know what? I guess Terran players really... TvP has just kind of become a very interesting matchup. A lot of Terrans like getting aggressive very early on, and some players feel it's pretty much the only way to play. Some players feel that aggression doesn't really work too well because of the Mothership Core, but I think this should be a little bit more of an even match than the last Terran versus Protoss that we saw between HerO and Apocalypse. So, this should be a good game, all around anyway. And we do have that fast gas finishing up. It was built at 12 supply, which indicates that Center will try to go for a fast Reaper play. Reaper, of course, getting scouting information, being able to maybe get a little bit of harass in. Just kind of, well, really just a smart way to open. It's never really a bad thing to open with Reaper. And then he switches on to 1 SCV mining gas, which is also a really smart decision. When you put 1 SCV on gas after you start the Reaper, you'll actually still have enough gas to get your reactor most of the time. Pretty quickly after the first Reaper. So, you know, you by taking off of all but 1, you can start your command center earlier, and you still get the reactor on time. So it's not really too big of an investment. Now, HerO wants to go for a relatively quick expansion. We do have the Zealot being canceled. The Nexus starts. No engineering bay block from Center, anything like that. And Center will come in and see there's only 1 gas. So HerO could just be going for this fast. And it is going to be the fast Mothership Core. Will not choose to open with the Stalker. Going to take that second gas. And now the Reaper is here. Going to see if he can do any damage. It's poking in. There is a Mothership Core, like I said, though. It makes doing damage to the Reaper very tough. If you can get 1 probe, though, that'd be kind of cool. It's got very low health. But Center will not be able to get there. Oh, he's zipping around. Is he going to grab that probe? It's running away. It's doing its best to get out of there. And hiding in the Vespene Geyser. Oh, he does pick it off, but at what cost? Oh, goodness. The Reaper does get out with 1 hit point. Lucky bastard. Now, of course, we do have the reactor on the barracks, pumping out the Marines. Fast engineering bay with this expansion. The engineering bay will allow for a very quick +1 attack. But it'll also keep him safe against anything weird like Stargate play. And now we do see a Forge and a Twilight Council very early on for HerO. This is very early Forge Twilight, and the Forge can be used for defending against things like fast Widow Mine play, since he doesn't actually know what Center is doing. But I guess the other thing to consider is that he might also be going for something like Fast Dark Templar behind this. So the Forge is mostly for security, I think. I don't think this is any kind of +2 timing attack or anything like that. He will get his armor upgrade, but well, actually, it's going to prevent him from being able to afford a Dark Shrine. So I want to know what this Twilight Council is for. He could go for a stupidly fast +2 timing, but there's a really fast +1 from Center, so he's not going to be behind on upgrades by any means. He will be behind on tech, though. No factory started yet. At the 630 mark, he is floating. Actually, a lot of gas floating for Center. The Marines trying to pick off this Mothership Core. Won't be able to get it. It's just a little too fast. Tech Labs is starting up. We should see stim, so 100 gas should go into that. Maybe a second Tech Lab for combat shields. And a factory starting up at the same time. Seems to be the best way to spend this money, or at least spend this gas. Now it's going to be Blink from HerO, which strikes me odd because when you go for Blink, typically you think of the Protoss player wanting to be aggressive, put on a lot of damage, and that almost always insinuates or facilitates +2 attack or very fast attack upgrades. Going for the armor first will make the Stalkers harder to kill from Marines, but Marauders don't really care about upgrades when it comes to fighting Stalkers. Marauders are just really good at killing Stalkers. 2 more gateways are about to finish up, though. I wonder... I mean, Blink's going to be done way before we see a +2 armor. So maybe it's just going to be fast 1-1 for HerO. He's not going to use the fast Twilight for upgrades. He is starting to throw on some proxy pylons, but center, well, there is a stim it's actually stim and concussive shells. Very nice. He's managing to spend his gas no problem, though. Now the starport and the reactor on the way. He does have 1 gas in the natural. And a lot of Stalkers are coming out. This is where things get interesting. Here we do have that +1 attack starting. So the Twilight was purely for the Blink. And HerO, well, now he can get aggressive. He has Blink. More Stalkers being warped in by the Liquid Protoss. And HerO's already shown he can, he's got pretty decent control. We saw in the last game his tight micromanaging of the Dark Templar in that situation where he needed to get on top of the Robo. So let's see how good the Blinks can be this game. As he also utilized Blink pretty well against Apocalypse. Now, here he goes, moving in on this bunker. Actually, the mass repair will be enough to protect this. The Mothership Core almost getting picked off there, and no real damage done by HerO. This is actually a fantastic position for center, as his stim is still about to finish. He does have +1 armor going to finish soon, and he's going to be even on upgrades against a Protoss player, which is ridiculously nice. But this is where he can try to do some damage. The time warp slowing the bio down at the ramp, but HerO realizing, I actually can't fight against this. I'm just going to back off, and he does. So HerO can't do too much versus center, and center now is Medivacs and stim. Is there any area of effect? No. We actually have HerO moving up to triple forge. I don't think he meant to go meant to do this. I think he meant to just build a single forge and then be able to go double. I don't think he intended to go triple forge at the start of this game. I also think triple forge is a terrible reaction, is a terrible follow-up to losing, or at least not losing, but not being able to kill your opponent with the 2 base Blink. So armory on the way. This is going to give extra upgrade capabilities to center. And center has 1 Marine sprinting around. He's looking for proxy pylons. He's already managed to miss 1 of them. He also missed that weird zealot. But here we go. Center is going to start moving in. And I'm not sure how well HerO can hold this off, because while there is the robotics bay now done, he doesn't have enough time to get a Colossus. He's got the +2 attack on the way, armor on the way. Do we even have a Mothership Core? Okay, we do. It did not get caught out there, but this is it. One of the sentries getting focused out. Fortune overcharge is activated. HerO needs everything here to stave this off. The Stalkers are in the main base, though, actually, kind of preparing themselves for a drop play. But HerO can, a center can actually just wait out this Fortune overcharge and then probably just go all in here. I don't expect him to do that since the 3rd command center is on the way, and he's starting to look a little bit more aggressively for these proxy pylons. But +2 attack. Center just keep moving around, and that's pretty much all he needs to do. He's just juking and jiving. This Colossus will kill this Marine. He's going to try to get away. Oh, no range. No Colossus range. Saves the day. I still think that despite this observer being here to spot this, if center jumps in at the right time, he could do a lot of damage. The Stalkers are going to move down towards the natural. He wants to be able to protect this Colossus. Marine scouts out what is here. And center's just saying, you know what? No, I have a lot of medevacs. I'm going to start getting some Vikings out. I'm just going to macro up, get into supercharge mode, and just stomp you with a good composition. Once these couple of Vikings are out, it will be easy for center to poke. Center, don't move in without your Vikings, man. Don't move in without the Vikings. He's got 2 more Vikings on the way, and he has 2 more Vikings, well, on the way. They're building. Ghost Academy coming in, so he wants to have all of his bases checked since he knows his opponent has the Twilight Council. Charge is about to complete, which is a very, very, very important upgrade right at this moment in time for HerO. And well, 4 Vikings is actually pretty good. Oh my goodness, the Doom Drop of Doom Drops is about to land. Center loading up his whole army into these medevacs. There's no observer on this. Zealot run by, sent over towards the 3rd base. The rallying out units can take care of that, though. Center, what are you doing? Center, what is center doing? He's got some of these medevacs loaded up. Some of them not doing anything, though. trying to focus on making sure his units can take out this run by with no real big deal. And okay, now all the medevacs are moving, and it looks like center wants to go pressure where this third base is going to land, and then just drop these 4 medevacs in the main base, maybe snipe the Nexus or something like that. The Templar that are on the field, though, are going to be able to feed back these medevacs. A couple of them actually can already almost get one-shotted. He's actually very close to being able to lose his whole entire army to 4 feedbacks. The Vikings, though, here kind of poking and prodding. He is now drawing this army. He's baiting it towards the third. He doesn't actually have his full force, and here comes the drop into the main base. Storm is not done yet. The Templar are here, but they're not in range to actually immediately feedback. Does drop double feedback on 2 HP left on that medevac. Really not close call for center, and he's just moving in. He is just going to target down this Nexus and lift up and boost away. The Stalkers are trying to give chase. Their blink is on cooldown, though. Is center going to be able to escape with his life? 3 medevacs with no health. I think he's going to just give up this army because the rest of it is moving into the natural expansion. Going to focus on that Nexus, and HerO doesn't have any bases. HerO has no bases, and now there's just a single Colossus. This Bio Army with a +2 attack just doing so much work here. This Archon will die, and the army for center gets cleaned up, but he has so much economy behind this, and by that I mean he has an economy. HerO doesn't have any Nexi. He's got no income. 42 probes and no income. 42 probes. Oh goodness, that is definitely not the answer to HerO's life right now, as center has done crippling amounts of damage with those split drops and really just pulling the attention apart. Now center knows, well, hey, I don't even need to defend because I've got enough economy to just blow right through you if you even try to counterattack, and that's what HerO wants to do. But one Zealot dies, these Stalkers do blink away. There is a Colossus, there's a couple of sentries, there is 2-2, and there is Storm. Now, the Templar that is on the field does not have enough energy for Storm, but it will somewhat soon. Unfortunately, there are ghosts being made, and Cloak as well. This is it. HerO needs to do something ridiculous. HerO needs to just make this army that's really hard to micro just do a lot of crazy things. And, well, now pushing into that third base. He's moving in. Force fields drop. The SCVs pulled to fight, but now being sent back to mine. And he's just waiting now. Once these force fields are gone, that's pretty much it. HerO will only have, it seems like, 2 more force fields available to him. And at that point, I'm not sure if he actually can stop him because center is in just such a good position right now. Really wants to even up this match score. And the Liquid Protoss, he's not giving up any opportunity. He will shut down the armor upgrade, which is nice. He stops the +2 armor from being researched. But more scans from center. He's going to snipe out the Templar. 1 or 2 EMPs should seal the deal on this setup. And it's just this lone Colossus. HerO finally has a Nexus in his natural. He is mining once again, but 3 bases versus 1 base. And right now we see center just using the scans to try to spot where his opponent's army is. He just wants to be able to say, okay, well, if you're over here, now I know I can just come and fight you. The one thing he doesn't want to do is engage into a terrible choke point. And it's not even like there's enough for HerO to kill everything if it's in a choke. His storms are really the only way that HerO can come back in this game. He needs money storms left and right. These Stalkers are actually picking off some of these ghosts, but they're going to cloak and kill off some of these Stalkers. Pretty nice play here, actually, from center. But now center's going to move in. I don't know if HerO can stop this. Center's just going to move in. Snipes out the only Templar at this natural expansion that was just chilling here. And some more charge lots will be warped in. They do have the 2-2 upgrades, but this is it. Here we go. 1 storm lands. It didn't kill everything. There's the EMP on the Colossus. And it looks like center is going to be able to bring this series a bit closer now with this victory over Liquid HerO. Another win for Quantic here in the Acer TeamStory Cup, drawing this match just a little bit closer. Did I update the scoreboard after the last game? Yes. So now we have, I believe it's tied. So that was game number 3 in the Acer TeamStory Cup. So HerO shut down finally. And we will have to see who will be the next Liquid player coming up. So, yeah. Don't go anywhere, guys. You're watching the Acer TeamStory Cup powered by Intel. Next game coming up shortly.